And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. This is the game of the week on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets going up against the New York Yankees. Well, singing, all eyes are on this team's elite starting rotation. They're stringing together some quality outings.
Yeah, every starter is stepping up right now, Boog, going deep into games, and most importantly, keeping their bullpen fresh. Buckle up, because it doesn't appear that they're cooling off anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go, and today's starting pitcher, but Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform
Mets 0, Yankees 0.
in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy, no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground to third. Toss to Naylor. One out in the top of the first. Here's a Mets lineup now. And a big factor for them in recent games, Ronnie Mauricio.
And boom, he's the table setter for this offense. Team leader and on-base percentage. I mean, that just gives your teammates plenty of chances to cash in and bring them around to score. Man, I used to love when I had a guy out in second base or third base. Easy to get those RBIs. Game after game, you know a guy like this, what he's going to provide and the opportunities that other guys are going to get in the lineup.
They got it for out number 2. Here's some real power at the plate. Reggie Crawford. On the ground to the left, Volpe fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Nothing doing for the Mets. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Major League back at Yankee Stadium, and on the hill today, Kodai Senga.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Ground ball right side.
Both teams are wearing their 90s jerseys.
One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Anthony Volpe.
And Boog, he's a guy who loves coming up with the chance to drive in his teammates. It's like he finds another level of focus. Batting over 300 with runners in scoring position this season. And you know what? Because of that, I wonder if the guys in front of him will see some better
And
pitches to
tomorrow,
hit.
both
Because you
teams will
don't
wear
want to
their
put any free
current
base runners
jerseys.
on with him looming in the on-deck circle.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One out, base is empty. In the air, left field. Benj makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Batting third, the right fielder, Aaron.
2 outs, base is empty. Aaron Judge at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. Every swing he takes.
Two outs, base is empty. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
Swing and a ground ball. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Yankees. We played an inning, no score. Back in the Bronx. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Juan Soto. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And lines out to third.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. 1-1 now. High fly ball out into left center field. Laureano trying to get there. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Robert went deep in his most recent game.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Ripped on a line. Bellinger makes the grab. And that is that. Mets go down quickly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back in the Bronx. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. The Mets off to a hot start this season, playing very well in the early going. The pitch. And that one almost hit him. On the ground. Mauricio with the throw to first. And quickly one away in the second.
Yeah, you mentioned how well they played, Boog, and I think it's a sign of things to come. You don't win as frequently as they have by accident.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. One down, base is empty. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Senga with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Second inning here, no score. Rip to third. Zips it across. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 6, the left fielder, Ramon.
Here's Ramon Laureano. It's amazing we get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Up the middle, and that one handled on the run, sent it over to first, and they get the out. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now it's Marcus Semien. Freed out of the stretch, fires. And there's a foul ball. Semien working through some struggles lately. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bellinger sizing it up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting 9, the right fielder, number 3, Carson Bench.
And now the right fielder, Carson Benj. Alvarez leads off first with one away. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. Bellinger calls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio now. And a ball and 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. Top of the 3rd, no score. Cut on and lifted in the air. Judge brings it in, and that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Cody Bellinger.
Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Batting 8th, the 3rd baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. When you talk about elite defensive 3rd baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
1 down, base is empty. That one way inside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive 3rd baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Struck him out looking.
Batting 9th.
So digging in, Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
Next offering is fouled back.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights it off. He'll see another. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 9 straight retired here to start the game. We're tied 0-0. Back here in New York, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, number 26. In the air, right field. Judge is there. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, Reggie Crawford.
Here's a big power threat. Reggie Crawford. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Outside low, 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone,
It's trouble.
Fourth inning underway, no score. That one is absolutely belted. Into the second deck and gone. Hits that ball goodbye. He made him pay for that one. And the Mets on the board first. It's 1-0.
Mets 1 Yankees 0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So 1 out, nobody on. And now it's Juan Soto. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jorge.
Next is switch hitting first baseman, Jorge Polanco. Way inside. Next offering is in for a strike. Soto leads off first with 1 away. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Bellinger makes the grab.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Luis Robert now. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfilders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 1-0. Back now with the Subway Series. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Josh Naylor. On the ground right side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1. And Chris,
now
beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Jason Dominguez digs in now. And that is out of play. The Yankees yet to pick up a hit here. And it's even up. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Got him swinging.
The right fielder, number 99.
It's Aaron Judge now. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? If you got some pop, swing.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. It's the Mets 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back now with the Subway Series. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Here's Marcus Semien. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Alvarez through second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. It's 2-0.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game.
Yankees 0.
But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Carson Benj, the next to hit. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 3-0.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat.
Mets 3, Yankees 0.
Caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Max Fried will give way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Scott Efros gets the call from the pen.
57.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
So the batting order turns over, and next for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Chop to third. McMahon whips it across. 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
The third baseman, Reggie Crawford.
Reggie Crawford up now for the Mets. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Man on second, 2 down. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
Yeah, he's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the inning. And the batter now, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Next to hit, Ben Rice. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
One down, base is empty. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Laureano comes up to hit.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Now the throw to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. So 5 perfect innings in the books. It's the Mets 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back now with the Subway Series. Top 6. Here's the left fielder, Juan Soto. Pulls that one foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And now Jorge Polanco.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt a shoulder diving for Deion Sanders' inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. And strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
2 strikes.
Outside,
2 balls, 2
and it's
strikes.
2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Mets 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back now in the Bronx, bottom of the 6th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Cody Bellinger. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
And now Ryan McMahon. Good job to fight that one off. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Shortstop,
Anthony Volpe now at the plate. Volpe having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Now on the bump, Fernando Cruz.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. On the ground, the first. Naylor takes it himself, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, Marcus
Semien getting ready to hit.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer, when you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. And next for the
Now
Mets,
batting,
Carson
right fielder,
Bench.
Carson Bench.
Popped up. Volpe brings it in for the third out. And the Mets go down 1-2-3, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Yankees, the first baseman, Chuck Naylor.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Jason Dominguez. One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The Yanks trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back
The right
long enough
fielder,
on
number
that one.
99, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
2 outs. And now the
Outside,
count
that's
is
the ball.
even. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Yanks held in check. They trail it here 3-0.
No hitter so far.
Back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Ronnie Mauricio.
Now before the 1-1, time is called. Welcome
He's
back
hitting
as we
for
have a
the
pinch
Mets.
hitter to lead it
Number
off.
12,
Francisco Lindor.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Swinging a foul straight back. That's hard hit in the line. Judge takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
The batter, number 26.
So now here's the Mets DH. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Ball to strike. The pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Rice pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Good hard fastball up in the zone
batter,
right there.
the
They
third
look
baseman,
really good
Reggie
coming in, but so
Crawford.
hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And the batter now, Reggie Crawford. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ballgame.
Yeah, Bogey, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
On the ground to Jazz. Jazz tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they lead it 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
1 ball.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swinging a drive, deep right field. Back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Still rolling to start the 8th. Just 5 more
Now
outs to get.
the catcher, Ben Rice.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Ben Rice. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
The Yankees still looking for their first hit in this one. And that one hammered back there. And gone! There goes the perfect game. And there goes the perfect game of the homer. And they cut it to the lead. It's 3-1.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
Mets 3, Yankees 1.
So close, but there goes the no-no with 2 outs in the 8th. And I'm sure he's going to want that last pitch back and think about what might have been. But you know what? He's really been amazing in this one. Total control from the first batter on.
So 2 away with nobody on. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Got it. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. The 9th inning is next on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, David Bednar. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Here's Juan Soto.
David Bednar.
Late on that fastball. Movement in the Yankees pen. Garrett Cole appears to be getting loose. Hauser getting cranked up as well. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Judge makes the grab. One down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jorge.
And now the first baseman, Jorge Polanco. This one in the air, center field. Bellinger drops into the glove, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Luis Robert.
And now it's Luis Robert. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Liner, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The catcher,
Francisco Alvarez digs in now.
Alvarez.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 1-2. Swings over the splitter for strike 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Mets 3 and the Yankees 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Here's the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. And here comes the Mets. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Devin Williams.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Friday afternoon. 7th inning stretch delay. Mets 3 Yankees 1.
Underneath the dash, flash a confident smile and continue to. Don't get me wrong, ain't no shame in my game. I hate is gonna
Third up PS5 Bulls.
living up right on the rock. Colder since birth, I've been doing me to the nth degree. If I offended you, then please pardon me. I'm all about living free. Yeah, they gon' let us one. Get black card. I am the game, the almanac. The general better fall back. Put your hands up. It's a new sheriff in town. Everybody get up, get down and
The count 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Bounced up the middle. Simeon. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Anthony Volpe will hit next. In the dirt, and it's 2-1.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
And a swing and a miss. 1 away.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
He's 2 outs away. Here's Josh Naylor. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. No advance, though.
Now back, the designated hitter.
So it's their last chance in this one. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Late swing, foul to the left. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Got him, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup.
Mets 3 Yankees 1.
Who's going to come up with the big hit? Who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs? But it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.
I gave you hard work and labor. I gave you your flavor. You bohemian haters. This fakers, you gave me crumbs, now give me cakers. The movers and fakers get around and catch the papers. While my shots are jumping like the Lakers. I want land with acres, you immigrant your papers. I'm from back in the day where the was wearing tapers. And they'll call you a moolie, treat you like a racist. Militant, yeah, I'm back in the booth. Pop, I hit you from the roof, yeah. It's the truth, but pressure on you on your stoop. With body shots till your body drop. I ain't got the hammer cock. Think we talk about we should've called it juice. Shout to all my that be waiting to make the